Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been quite a few months. It's been a long time since I've actually recorded on YouTube. Basically, had a lot going on. Had quite a bit to handle between the things that I'm working. I am an entrepreneur, so naturally, I wanted to make sure I take care of all the other moving parts before I really dedicate a lot of my time to a platform such as YouTube. But I will say this, it's good now. We at the end of the summer, took a little break, which was much needed. It was actually really needed. And we're here. I've taken trades throughout the summer, which worked out really well. I wasn't like full-time or really active, but every time I saw a strong signal, I took it. So I'm here now to tell you guys what you can look to expect in the near future here, because the fall is my time of the year to really get in and look at these markets and go crazy. If you're a part of the Facebook group, then you know for certainty that I go hard every fall. Right? We're 1 year in the Facebook group, but I've told that story many times. So bottom line here, you see on your chart the pound Aussie. But before all that, I want to make sure that you all know what's coming. We have quite a few videos on simplicity, which is this is what you see on your screen. Simplicity in conjunction with triple arrow, allowing you to see the market for what it is, be able to get in and take swings and see exactly how the market is moving. So I took this trade last night, right? Went to sleep. So I know I didn't record it. It was this trade right here, and the Aussie as well. Let's see, where is that? Where's the Aussie? There it is. Yep. Every trade worked out without a hitch. As you can see on your screen, not a problem whatsoever. And I believe I'm still running it. One of these trades, I think it's pound. I'm still running the pound dollar on my long-term account, which is behind me. All right. So bottom line, we are in for a treat when it comes down to simplicity, because this summer it has been killing it. Okay. It has been knocking it out of the park. Should you use indicators to trade the market? Yes and no. Okay. Now, do I stand by simplicity? Yes, I absolutely 100% stand by simplicity. I've traded long enough now to know. I've seen the withdrawals I've been able to take. As I look back at my charts, I'm happy about what's going on. I can't complain about it whatsoever. Are there times where it's a little funky? Yes, absolutely. There are times where the market is confused in consolidation, and you need to be aware of that. That's why you shouldn't start off the market learning experience with indicators. You should look at it through a naked chart, plain chart, however you want to call it, and view the market highs and lows, support and resistance, whether something is oversold, overbought. You should look at it first through that lens. Then eventually add your 50 moving average line and your 200 moving average line for long-term swings and stuff like that, because that's important. Those are the things that the market tends to gravitate towards on a regular basis. So you might want to pay attention to the way the charts look using Japanese candles. Take trades based on that first, then incorporate a system like simplicity so you can already have a well-rounded understanding of how the market moves, right? So as you can see on my chart, this set of charts here, which is 3, you only probably can see 1, but this is 3. I keep a handful of other things going on. Here's my other chart that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at the pound Aussie dollar on the daily time, because look at what we got right here. We have a zone. Let me see if you can see that. We have a zone that's popping up right here. Right? And if in that zone, if you know anything about support and resistance, the way the market tend to gravitate towards another price point that was previously hit before, then you know that this could be a good setup that's going to happen, right? So I'm probably going to mark my chart up later on this one to get my fan going to see if the market breaks below a certain point on the daily time frame, then that's a reason to get in the market and take the trade. In the meantime, I'm not looking at taking the trade at all. Oh, look at that. Look at that. If you see what I see, then you know this is actually a greater probability that this market is going to move. It's going to be a little slow, but it's going to move, right? So what we're talking about is divergence. See this point to this point, it's going down. See this point, same point to that point. Price is going up. Divergence. All right, good indicator. That's how I scalp when I'm taking really short-term trades. I'm looking for divergence. I'm looking for price to be well above the overbought scenario, so I can take a few pips. I'm what they call a 5-pipper. I go in for my 5 pips. I'll trade at a higher lot size, and I'm out. And I keep moving. Intraday trades, I think this would be more of a swing trade, actually, in my opinion, but we'll see how it unfolds. All right, back to the trades at hand using simplicity. All right, I want to keep this video somewhat short for the first time coming back to YouTube. I want to be able to explain to you guys why I went ahead and took this trade. Well, the simple answer is I was already taking the trades going either way. I would just been taking trades as I see a signal. I'll get an alert on my phone, and basically the market produced plenty of good trades. Now, the real question is, how many pips are you going for? So this is why I have separate accounts, because one account is going for whatever the market is going to get me. The other account is what I call my 6-figure trading account. I'm only going for 20 pips, and I'm in and I'm out. All right. I've taken that account from, I think it was like $200. I think it was $296 and some change, all the way up to $11,000. Just trading a 20 pip strategy, looking for high probability setups, but compounding my lot size quickly, because every time I had a set of wins, it jumped up. When I had that loss, I stayed where we were, or I lowered my lot size until I had a series of wins, right, to offset that loss, because we're going for only 20 pips. And the market don't always produce 20 pips, but there's a certain way to do it where, one, you minimize your losses, and two, you make sure that you don't just get in trades unnecessarily to again have another series of losses for no reason. So that's one way that I've been able to be profitable in the marketplace this year, and I'm looking forward to the fall, because as you know, that's when the market is most predictable, in my opinion. You know, you might have a different opinion based on what you see. Maybe it might be January to May for you. For me, no, not so much. Definitely September, December. I am definitely looking to pay attention to the market. All right, so I see a number of different trades that I've already taken that worked out. Rule of thumb with simplicity, you generally don't take triple arrows where they're this close together. But again, since I was going for a short amount of pips, it actually worked out for me. And you can go back to your chart on the pound dollar to see for yourself exactly how this panned out. Then, as you can see here, you can disregard the zones for right now, because when you're looking at back testing, the zones don't follow you. So when you're looking at what direction the market should be going in overall, well, as you can see, we're clearly below the 200 moving average line, right? We broke again below the 50, right? I had a trend line here, and here was my entry, right? Because I am a good advocate of trend line breaks. They're more accurate for me than any other signal that I can ever take. Breaking a trend line, watching the market moves, will get you pips. You just have to be clear as to how many pips you're looking for, whether you're going to go from zone to zone, or if you're going from level to level. But you have to be consistent with that. That's the only way you're going to show profitability. I stick to my plan. I don't care who else tells me about some other system. I will not be using that. I'll be only using what's made me money over the last 2 years now. 2 years with trading a super easy Forex indicator. Okay. So we made money last night on the pound dollar, and we have similar setups that took place on other pairs, and basically the market came into the buy zone and produced a triple arrow. However, I did not get in on that. I got in on the pullback, and oftentimes you'll find yourself doing that, especially it depends if you caught the trade right away. This is the 15-minute chart, so if you caught the chart right away, then you will automatically be in the trade. But more than likely, there's going to be a pullback. And there's going to be a scenario where you're going to be feeling stressed because, you know, the price tends to pull back on you, especially if it broke out of the zone. So you got to look at the chart for what it is first. So I waited for a pullback and a good indicator where it might go. And yeah, I got in right here on this turnaround and then rode it up until it hit my target. The easiest scenario here is you can trade triple arrow to triple arrow, right? If you're new to this, then go ahead and do that and see for yourself. Trade at a 10 cent a pip, the lowest you can go. And that way you can really assess whether or not you want to hone in on trading simplicity where you only trade one direction and work from there. I've done it all. I've seen what works. I like the way I trade now, which is pretty much triple arrow to triple arrow, because it doesn't allow me to miss out on certain opportunities. Okay. Same thing happened on the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar produced a signal. It pulled back. I got in on this pullback. Even though it pulled back more, I wasn't worried about it at this point because, you know, when you got a series of wins, you don't sit here and focus on the loss that you might get. You wait for the next setup and you keep moving. On Aussie dollar, I kind of wish I stayed in. I'll check later. Right now, I think I'm only in on a pound dollar on my long-term account. So we'll see how this is going to play out for me. But I'm excited. I think this might jump up into the sell zone. Then we'll see what happens after that. All right. So yeah, there you have it. We have quite a bit of fun that has transpired over the summer. A bunch of winning trades. Series of, you know, there's some losses here and there, but there's not nearly as many losses that could have been had you just been skipping around, taking this particular triple arrow, and then you go a couple weeks later, you come and take that one without any real context. So now we are at a point where we need to be focusing on taking the signals for what they are, getting in, increasing your lot size on a timely fashion. So if you are every 3 trades every week, stick to it, but make sure you are taking the signals for what they are, because that's the most important factor here with using simplicity. If you do not understand how we're taking the trade outside of just seeing the signal like triple arrow here, then you definitely want to join in on one of the classes that we have. You can always attend my Facebook group. I am back again. Took a little vacation, but I'm back. So we're going to be having weekly videos. We're going to be going live a few times so we can kind of break this down. Anybody got questions, you can always post in the group. I actually answer them daily. And other members in the group also answer as well based on their experience. And if you have any other questions, all you got to do is just, send a quick little message within the group, and we'll get you to the right person, whether we know the answer or you don't. And that's the bottom line. We're not pro traders. We are just actively trading and making money in these markets. So you want to be a part of a group of someone who's not going to just sell you a bunch of stuff. That's us. You want to be a part of some people who, group of investors who can come together and talk about their losses, can talk about their wins as well. Then let's do it. If you want signals, then we're part of a group, of course, who owns Simplicity, the indicator. They have a signals group that does really, really well. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. It works great. Something you might want to try out. See for yourself. All right. I appreciate you guys tuning back in. Again, I am back, and look like we're going to be having quite a few videos because the market is already showing signs that it is picking up. And I'm going to have a few other videos I'm going to put on this platform as well. We do more than just currency trading, of course, but I wanted to be slow about how I bring it out because I ain't trying to be like everybody else and just throw it down your throat. I want it to be very clear. I want it to be focused and driven so you can see why we're doing what we're doing and whether or not, you want to learn about it, you want to partake in it. As investors, as entrepreneurs, we have so many things that we can jump on and see if it can make us a profit. In this case, I want to hone in on just what specifically can benefit us as a group. And if you got any questions in that area too, whether it be real estate, whether it be options trading, again, what we don't know, we will put you in the right direction. What we do know, we will make sure you understand fully before we are done our conversation. All right. I look forward to having more videos for you guys in the near future here. So stay tuned.